All right, let's talk about some things. Mike Hollins. Do you know who Mike Hollins is? Mike Hollins is the Virginia football player who was shot during the rampage on campus, and he tried to save his teammates. Mike Hollins is back. He's a running back on UVA's football team, and Mike Hollins is back at practice. I got to tell you, if I'm Bronco Mendenhall, the coach, I am starting Mike Hollins in the first game. Now, he may say he doesn't want to start. He may say it has to be earned because that's the kind of move that heroes make. Slappies, well, they don't do that. Slappies say, well, everything I don't like is racist, sexist, phobic. No, real heroes are like, look, start who earned it. We get all that, but look, I don't care. Months later, he's recovered, he's returned to the field, and he calls it a miracle. Good for you, man. Look, there are a lot of great stories in our country. There are a lot. We, unfortunately, deal with nonsense. We, unfortunately, deal with stupid. You know, we're dealing with where does a dude, born a dude, that wants to be a girl, pee? That's what we're worried about. Let's think about it. That's what we're worried about. So Mike Hollins says, wait a second, it's a miracle. I tried. I'm sure, most people that are the kind of character that Mike Hollins has, he probably feels some guilt that he did not save his teammates. I mean, that's what people of character do. People of no character bitch, whine, and moan, but people of character, they're like, hey, look, I wished, I thought, I coulda, but man, that dude should never think that way. That dude is an absolute freaking hero. All right, question for everybody. Is this the greatest fake out in not only baseball history, but softball history? Is this the greatest fake out? Let's run it here. All right, here she comes. Here she comes. Nope. 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 That's a stand-up. Honest. No way. Look at this. She gives a little point. I'm not looking at nothing. Look, first off, I'm calling her out because I'm a prude, but I would actually not call her out. Second thing is, how do you go, hey, Biff, look at that over there? How do you fall for that action? Now, I got to ask you seriously. How do we fall for that? You can fall for a lot of things. Like if you're playing defense, a guy picks up the ball, puts it over your head, and comes back, you might turn around. But hey, look, over there. No, I'm sorry. I'm not falling for that. The catcher did. The catcher forever will be the gal that is like, hey, I don't know what to make of this. I can't believe that I fell for this. I cannot believe this is what happened. Oh my God, what happened here? Hey! And then away you go. This was in Carthage, Texas. Carthage, Texas. All right. Jada Walton was rounding third. Next thing you know, she pointed. Jada Walton, God bless you. You refused with every fiber in your being. Isn't that what coaches say? Every fiber in my being, you've got to give it to me. I want every blade of grass protected. Damn it. That's what you owe us. Well, guess what? Jada gave you every single blade of grass. She gave you her all. She showed out. And the catcher, what are you, an idiot? I mean, I know we're not supposed to say that in women's sports, but if I were a teammate, I'd go, how stupid are you? Like, what are you doing? Who are you trying to get out at first? Son of a biscuit maker. What are you, a fool? All right, well, I guess we're going to lose and you're dumb. That's what I would be saying as a player. But, All right, you want to see trust in your safety equipment? How about this? This is my nephew. It's not my nephew, but this is what my nephew does. My nephew's insane. Look at this guy. Oh boy. Can you imagine? Like, when I get nervous watching things like this, my legs tingle. So this is a man who is sitting there and he is, I don't know, trying to fix, I think that looks like it looks like telephone wires. And long story short, see, I always wonder about this. All right, see where he's at? Who gets to him? How does he get down? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get up, you get in those situations, you got to get down. You ever see those pictures? Like, they're you got this one rock and somebody's on top of it, right? And, it has some cheesy slogan underneath it, like, bring your best, or, fart in the wind, or whatever it is. I always look at those things and I go, all right, how you getting down? Well, you rappelled, dummy. All right. The job isn't over for this guy once he saved his backside, once he saved his bacon, once his equipment saved him. You know what I'm saying? The job, it's not done. Somebody's got to go to him. Somebody's got to be there, and somebody's got to help this man get the Salmon Henry out of there. And it ain't going to be me. I've always said this about the jobs that I've had. I never wanted a job where I could die. Does that make sense? My summer job, first day, we're tarring a roof, Gary, Indiana University Northwest. This guy is deathly afraid of open heights. Open heights meaning I can go up to a building to the top floor, look out at the Hancock Center or Sears Tower or Willis, whatever you call it. But open heights. And that includes just a railing. So when I'm on a roof, I'm literally crapping myself. First day, I'm tarring a roof, I'm snapping lines. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't for me. I'm staying in school. I'm studying hard. Because there are some people that love that. There are some people that think that kind of job right there is exhilarating. This guy ain't one of those guys. In fact, I would argue I would be in the top 0% of people that are equipped to do this job. Not that I think it's dangerous. It's that I know it's dangerous to me. Again, you do you, I do me, and I would rather be you than me. I would rather not be a coward when it comes to being up on things like that. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This guy's a coward. All right, let's move it along. I took too much time on that simply because, well, frankly, I like those kind of things. Virginia inmates used a toothbrush to tunnel out of jail and head to the IHOP, where they were found and they were arrested. This has Shawshank written all over it. Andy Dufresne crawled through a half a mile of unimaginable filth. Andy Dufresne, my friend. I don't know how you do this with a toothbrush, but I got to tell you, the guy on the bottom looks to me like anytime you want something dangerous, nefarious, or rotten, that's your guy. The guy on the top looks like he's kind of like, hey man, I'm high, what do you want to do? And the guy on the bottom, I'll bet you anything, tell me I'm wrong, I'll bet you anything the guy on the bottom's the leader. I'll bet you anything the guy on the bottom's like, hey, Spanky. And they call the guy on top Spanky because he likes to spank his, all over the place. I can just tell by the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Spanky, we're going to tunnel out, yeah? We're going to use a toothbrush. Okay. You know the guy on top. Look at those eyes. Tell me the guy on top isn't the guy that does that. Tunneling out with a toothbrush is that guy's. That's that guy. And here's the deal. What's the problem? Like if they handcuff me, I'd say, look, I just want some pancakes. If I was trying to escape, I wouldn't go to the IHOP. They went to an IHOP that was close by. I mean, here's the deal. When you escape from jail, trust me on this, they put a perimeter up. They start blocking everything in a circumference. So do yourself a favor. If you are going to tunnel out of jail, or if you're going to get out of jail, do yourself this favor. Go underground. go underground. Seriously. Either find water, get scuba gear and a river and go underground, or get in the tunnels. Get in the, like, what's his face did? Oh, man, in The Fugitive. Remember when he got caught on that cliff? He was going through the sewer tunnels. Go through the sewer tunnels. Do that. And I'm telling you, you got a chance. But if you're just going to show up at the IHOP in Virginia, let's read here. 2 Virginia inmates busted out of jail, headed to a local IHOP after using a toothbrush. 37-year-old John Garza and Arlie Nemo were captured at the Pancakes joint location about 7 miles from the Newport News jail. They used primitive-made tools constructed from a toothbrush and a metal object to break open their cell wall, access unsecure rebars between the walls. They then used a rebar to break a small hole in the wall, climb through. Once out of their jail cell, they scaled the containment wall, made a run for it. They went to IHOP. Police arrested them. What happened was they were still dumb enough to be in their jail garb. Guys are sitting at the IHOP looking over going, oh, that's 2 prisoners. We just heard on the news to escape. Hey, we got you boys right here. They're having a nice strawberry pancake, some whipped cream on top, and 2 eggs over easy to just make it go nice in maple syrup. Now, I guarantee you, the clown on the bottom. The guy on top, Spanky, no. And this is interesting. The guy Garza, who is the guy on top, he was just contempt of court, probation, and failure to appear. I mean, he's just a mad jacker. The guy on top, or the guy on bottom here, Nemo, he was credit card fraud, credit card larceny, forgery, possession of burglary tools, grand larceny, contempt of court, and probation violation. So there you go. The guy on top, what are you doing? You got a little contempt charge. Now we got you busted out. Now we got felonies. Now you got to stay in there. Now you got to tape your backside shut for about 7 years. Although I think the guy on top, Spanky, I think he's a catcher. Just looking. I do. You know, there's catchers and there's pitchers, and I think that guy's catching. He just has that look like he'll go along with anything. Like, yeah, whatever you want to do. Guy in the bottom looks nefarious. Guy in the bottom's looking like, hey, I got these tools we can break out. Yeah, we can break out of this joint. I'm a master tool guy. And the guy on top's like, hey, man, that's cool. Think we can get some pancakes? You know what I'm telling you. You know what I'm telling you is 1,000% true. Don't at me about it, people. Home run dugout. Now, this is pretty cool. In fact, my people sent this to me yesterday. This is 46,000 square feet. This is in Texas, I believe. I do believe it is in Texas. Katy, Texas. It's opening at the end of March. So here's what we do. We got batting cages, 12 of them. Open field, 2 bars. Full service restaurant. Basically, what we have here is Top Golf for baseball. That's what we got here. Look at this. Now, you can get the same thing by going to Chicago to Wrigley Field and going to Sluggers. But you get dark, cheap beer. It's a dark place. You get, your Budweiser, your Bud Light. The cages are okay. Last time I was there was an older gentleman who was in charge of the bathroom. The bathroom was this big. It consisted of 1 stall, 1 toilet stall, and 1 urinal. The guy, when I walked in, this is why I'm an American hero. When I walked in, the guy who was the attendant in the bathroom was yelling at the guys doing coke in the stall. I opened the door, I said, get out of here. Get there. They looked at me like they wanted to fight, but they didn't really want to fight. I said, get out of here. You're going to cost this guy his job. I'm an American hero. Seriously. That was also the same night on the way home. My buddy Cam and I stopped and we helped a lady, pulled her out of a ravine right over here by my house at about 2:30 in the morning. She got off of a drunk driving charge. I don't know how. But you're looking at an American hero. Seriously, this guy was an older guy. You could tell he was doing this. He needed the job. You know, the guy that gives mints in the bathroom. This is at Sluggers. And two little millennial jackasses are doing coke. I looked over the top. I saw them in there. Now, if they were big, strong guys, I probably wouldn't have done anything. But I figure, you know what? I can handle these clowns. So I go, get out of here. You know, I acted like a cop. Think Eddie Murphy in 48 Hours in that bar where he takes the bar over with attitude. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. Yeah. Dan, we have a similar thing where I live, but it's for ping pong, not baseball. Interesting you say that, Rick. Lee was in California last week, I think it was last week, watching Teague and her daughter play softball. One of the dads and moms had everybody over to their house for dinner and took them all to a ping pong club where they had an absolute blast. They said it was so much fun, they could not even describe. It was just a blast. Yes, Tanner, I am a party pooper, but the guy was going to lose his job. I don't want to see some older gentleman lose his job because some guys decide they want to do coke in the bathroom and they're taking advantage of an older guy. Just saying. Hey, thanks for watching Don't At Me with me, Dan Dakich. Make sure to like, subscribe, or click the notification bell for more of my beautiful face. Check out my full show to my right or watch this other video. See ya.